Hi, this is Kirk, the bariatric carnivore. Been thinking about taking Ozempic or Wegovyi? Well, let me tell you a story about my experiences of a similar drug back in the 1990s. It was called Fen-Phen. And that was, at that time, the hottest weight loss drug that had ever existed. It was a combination of a couple of drugs that when you put them together, you just didn't feel like eating. You were comfortably full. It didn't, food didn't nauseate you like it does with Wegovyi. You just didn't feel like eating, and life was groovy on that stuff. And I lost weight. It was wonderful. And then, about 1996, somebody developed major heart problems. She was a 30-year-old woman, and they started looking into it, and they realized, you know what? People that take this drug for 2 years have 10 times the heart rate of people that had only been taking it for a couple of months. The FDA looked into it a little bit more, and after a few months of research, they pulled the drug off the market because of all the heart problems. And then the lawsuits happened. The parent company that manufactured the drug spent $15 or so billion, but they made a lot more than that on people like me that bought the drug. And frankly, I would have continued the drug because unfortunately, as soon as you quit taking the drug, you slowly but surely start to put the weight back on because it wasn't there to take it away. It wasn't there to take away the cravings. Well, what's going to happen again? I mean, will history repeat itself? Well, there's enough black box warnings already on both these drugs, Wegovyi and Ozempic, to make you realize that this isn't a free pass. There's danger to your kidneys. There's dangers to parts of your brain. It's got potential downside. What's the end result going to be? I don't know yet. It's too soon to tell, but there's enough warning signs that should give you pause before you rush out and grab it. And realize that once you start, you can't stop. The weight that you lose is only gone as long as you keep taking the drug. After you quit taking the drug, you're on your own again, and unless you radically change your eating habits, you're stuck without the drug. So, one other thing that I've noticed, and a lot of people have noticed this too. What weight are you losing? Are you losing fat or are you losing muscle mass? And I believe that when you look at the results, if you dig into the studies, and some people have already done it, most of it, people are losing a lot of lean tissue, read muscle. And frankly, you need your muscle. Especially as you get older, I'm almost hitting 60. I want as much muscle as I can because that is the biggest indicator of how well you're going to age. We're going to lose muscle mass unless we work actively to change it. That means eating protein. It means lifting heavy things. Unfortunately, this does not seem to be happening with people who are taking these drugs. They're just not eating, and they're not changing their eating habits, and they're not eating more protein to make up for what they're not eating. And as a result, they're losing lean tissue. They're getting weaker, but they're getting thinner. So I'm all in favor of getting thinner, but getting thinner doesn't mean the same thing as getting healthy. So take a look at it. There's enough warnings, there's enough red flags. Remember, the FDA approved Fen-Phen. The FDA's approved a lot of drugs. The FDA approved Vioxx that killed a lot of people. And Big Pharma, well, gosh, don't they care about this stuff? Look, the parent company that made Fen-Phen shelled out a lot of cash in lawsuits, but they made a lot more than that from people like me. See, I keep trying to explain the system, the pharmaceutical, Big Pharma. It's a psychopathic system. Frankly, it's not looking after your health. They don't have a fiduciary responsibility to look after your health. They have a fiduciary responsibility to their shareholders. They have a fiduciary responsibility to the company to make money. And if your health gets in the way, that's cost of doing business. Now, if an individual is making that decision, you would call that person a psychopath. But it's a system that we have. Nobody in this system has a fiduciary responsibility to look after you. Only you can look after you. Guys, we're all alone in this together. That's it. We have to look after ourselves. You have to look at the data and make the best decision for you. So this is my black box warning to you about, before you take Wegovyi, before you take Ozempic or any of the other weight loss drugs, take a serious look at it. Don't think that just losing weight alone is a marker of good health. I mean, losing fat is a good thing. But frankly, you can be thin on the outside, but fat on the inside. It's called TOFI. There's a scientific term for it, where people are metabolically unhealthy even though they look thin on the outside. So you can be one of those people, or you can learn to lose weight and get metabolically healthy the old-fashioned way. And look, I'm not throwing rocks. I'm not casting aspersions on anybody that takes that drug. I took Fen-Phen, remember? I'm the one who had bariatric surgery. I've been working to lose weight and to lose fat for a long time. I've just learned some things during my course, in my journey for good health during my 50s that might be helpful to some other people that might be watching this video. If you like this message, if you want to be part of this tribe, if you want to be part of the group of people that are trying to get healthy for the long haul, I hope you hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. The more people that do that, the more people will see this message. The YouTube gods will shine upon us, and the algorithm will allow this message to get out to more people. This is Kirk, the Bariatric Carnivore. Talk to you tomorrow.